Dear Hong Kong protesters, I've noticed that many of you have bravely fought against the extradition bill and have stood up to the Chinese Communist Party's attempt at an early takeover of Hong Kong's political system. What you're doing is both admirable and praiseworthy, and I wish you success in resisting the Chinese government's violence. However, I also noticed that many of you have signs asking for democracy or rule of the people. While I understand that you wish for Hong Kong natives to have a direct say in the affairs of Hong Kong politics, I don't believe that asking for democracy aligns with the other values you're also trying to promote. I've seen countless protesters demand that human rights be respected, from freedom of speech to freedom of the press to freedom of property ownership and respect to privacy. These other freedoms you so crave cannot be maintained with democracy though, because democracy is nothing more than mob rule. If 51% of the population votes to end free speech, you will not be able to speak freely. If 51% votes to permit government spying, you will not have privacy. If 51% votes for forcible takings through eminent domain, your property rights will not be respected. Which is why I want to help you hone in your language. What you're really asking for is the respect of inalienable property rights. That is, rights that are rooted in culture and law that are not subject to the whims of politicians or majority votes. What you must demand, if you wish to preserve liberty, is a Bill of Rights that explicitly outlines, without exception, the right to own property free from government interference. What this means is that you must ensure that all property rights must be absolutely secured in a manner that leaves people free to do as they please so long as they do not initiate physical force against the bodies or properties of others. You must demand that the right to property is absolute, including the right to keep and bear guns without permit or license, so that you can defend yourselves and prepare should the Chinese Communist Party attempt to carry out a takeover through military action. So please, if you would, take into consideration that democracy will not preserve your liberty. Democracy only opens the door to a tyranny of the majority. You must write out in clear words that the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of property, including the right to keep and bear guns of all kinds, is absolute and cannot be infringed upon. Without this, you will doom your country to the same communist tyranny you're trying to resist now. Shall not be infringed, no exceptions.
Yes, freeze!